On Monday I ship it. On Tuesday they gon' get it. Chop it. Wednesday I flip it. By Thursday I'm finished. On Friday I spin it. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business. I get right back to business. Right back to business. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business. I get right back to business. Right back to business. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business. Thank my God and rub my Buddha, cook a brick and get with it. Cut a slab and stash a load, getting right back to winning. Ain't no witness in my wiggle, underground with my jigging. The money mission is specific, ain't no need to be tripping. Getting right to the business, from the start to the finish. Couple thousand in the streets to make your man come up missing. Yeah, that my daughter's tuition, that you nigga be flexing. I ship a load and pick it up in the middle of Texas. I drop a box where I stand, that's just part of the plan. I'm trying to infiltrate the street and get my shit to your hand. This shit is simple, it's transaction, you making it hard. I pull your card and send a pack, take it back to the start. On Sunday I whip it, on Monday I ship it. On Tuesday they gon' get it, chop it. Wednesday I flip it. By Thursday I'm finished. On Friday I spin it. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business. I get right back to business. Right back to business. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business. I get right back to business. Right back to business. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business. Can't be with Draco and Cut when I'm tucked in Atlanta. Got a bitch in Savannah, that more ratchet than Hannah. When my package she Vanna, hand me my banner. In the hood like I'm Santa, nigga waving bandana. Certified street nigga, toss a pig like Montana. Hall of Fame, game change, still the same to my nana. Niggas know that I'm gunning, if my profits is funny. Postal service hitting licks, so no shipping the money. Got a method of getting by, don't fly with no cash. No gamble, no evidence, no reason to ask. No papers, no signatures, just a box full of grass. On the I-10 West with a carload of cash. On Sunday I whip it, on Monday I ship it. On Tuesday they gon' get it, chop it. Wednesday I flip it. By Thursday I'm finished. On Friday I spin it. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business. I get right back to business. Right back to business. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business. I get right back to business. Right back to business. Wake up early in the morning and get right back to business.
Love Wax. Hey man, thank y'all for tuning in to Dit That Deuce Radio. If y'all don't know, Dit That Deuce is the slogan for Arizona. It means God enriches. You feel me? So some AZ desert shit. If you ain't know, you ain't know. You dig? But welcome to Dit That Deuce Radio every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock on AZ Mixtapes. That's ArizonaMixtapes.com. Fuck with us every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. You dig? Shout out everybody over there that let us come down and turn up in this bitch. They don't even know we in here going crazy right now. But I don't know what we're going to talk about that's so different this week from last week, because it's kind of in the same realm of things. But this week, I got some topics that was kind of dear to my heart this week. One of my main topics is I want to know, why do people compare poverty? Like, why do people want to be like, oh man, you broke? Man, we was so broke. We was broker than that. We was just the brokest of the brokest, and we was even poorer than y'all, and y'all was the brokest of the brokest. Like, why does being poor than the next person give you validation? Why is it that black people, we the only people who take pride in being the poorest, but having on the most designer shit or whatever? Like, it's kind of like weird. So that's one topic I want to talk about. Another topic I want to talk about is a post I saw today. And on a post, they said, I don't believe in luck. They was like, it's all on God. You know, which I believe that too. I think that's dope. But then if it's all good, like when things good happen, if you like, oh, thank God, oh, this is good thing happened, thank God, do you thank God when bad stuff happens? That's my question. Should we also be thanking God for some of the bad stuff that happens in our lives? Is some of the things that happen bad in our lives, did God set that up? Was that God, like, I was listening to some brothers, to some lectures today, and some of the scriptures they was referring to and some of the things was just like, God was like scolding people and talking shit and whooping ass, and you know, it was going down. So I'm asking the question, like, if you giving God all of the credit when the good stuff happen in your life, should you be giving God some credit when bad stuff happen in your life? That's deep, huh? Think about that. Then another topic I wanted to talk about a little bit was I saw a bum get beat up the other day at the gas station. Real talk, bruh. Hey.
Did he deserve it?
He probably did deserve it. He did deserve it. He did deserve it. But it was a little excessive. I don't think he deserved to be beat up the way he was beat up. You feel me? I was in the gas station and I told the young lady at the cash register in the gas station, I was like, why do you care? Because, okay, the Indian guy, the dude come in with a hoodie on, and she was like, I hate when they come in. They always stealing. And, you know, I'm native too, but she don't even look at me as being native. She look at me as being black. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't even know what I really am. So she was like, I hate when them native people come in here. All they do is steal. And I was like, why do you even care? Is this stuff yours? Does it belong to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody steal, call the police, hang up a sign up on the wall, put their picture up or something. Like, but why do you care? Like, why do you feel so involved? So when we get done talking about it, I pay for my gas. I walk out and leave. And as I'm pumping the gas, sure enough, the Indian dude come out the other door with 2 beers he done stole. So the dude who works there came out the other door and run and chase him down and tackle him on the ground and just beat him up, bro. Like, I mean, stomped him out, stomping him, kicking him, took the beers and started slapping him upside his head with the beers. And I was like, damn, like, it's fucked up that he stole the beer. So yeah, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But damn, like, was that a little excessive? It just was like, it was a little too much. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like it was a little too much. Like, you can go hard on a person, but you ain't got to go that hard on a person. You feel me? And then I also want to talk about, does redefining things erase their true meaning? You know, like if you talking to somebody and they telling you a story they way, but it's not really the true of the story, they redefine the story. Does that make it a new story? Like, does the old story even count? Does the truth even matter that now it's been remixed? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was wondering about that. And then I wanted to ask a question to all of my people who be on here who participate, and not only in the conversations we be having, but also participate in the life that we living out there going hard. Like, do y'all think protesting is enough? And if protesting is or isn't enough, who represents black people? You know, what group, what person, whatever, like, who represents black people? Because we saw that when Kyrie or Kanye spoke out, it's a group of people who represent the Jewish people who shut them people down. Like, who represents us? Is it the NAACP? Is it the Urban League? Like, who should we be looking to? Is it the Nation of Islam? Is it Pilgrim Rest? Like, who? You know what I'm saying? So them was like some of the topics that I kind of was breathing on and just thinking about today. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get started off, and I want to start it off with why do people compare poverty? You know what I'm saying? Can somebody help me with that one? Like, why do people think like why does me doing bad or you doing bad, why does that even matter? What does it matter what we came from and how bad it was and what we had to overcome? Like, when we have these conversations and we discuss where we come from and what we had to overcome to get to wherever we trying to get to, are we trying to, like, is that an ego pull, or are you trying to set the scene so that the person you talking to know where you coming from? Or like, what is the purpose? Why do you think people do that? Why do you think now every rapper or everybody that's rapping is comparing poverty? Like, every rapper is just so bad. It's been so bad for everybody. Like, this nigga, it was so bad. My mama did this and hey, and my grandma didn't care about me and nobody loves me and nobody, like, damn, like, everything is about how fucked up it is. So it's like, when I was a kid, music wasn't about everybody comparing poverty. It was like everybody was trying to get to a place. Everybody was trying to do something. Everybody was trying to reach a goal. So like, matter of fact, since I got a rapper in the studio with me right now, let me ask him. JD.
Yeah, man.
Why do you think people right now feel like they gotta...
I feel like when it comes to the music world, that they compare it, that they feel like it makes them better than the next artist, as in how lower poverty that they came from to where they're at now. It's a bragging rights type. Like, oh, well, you know, I didn't have nothing. We didn't have lights on for weeks. Okay, well, there's some that, you know what I'm saying, had the necessities but not the wants. That don't make you, you know what I mean, that you were in lower poverty. That means maybe that parents was working a little harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like they just feel like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, in our community and our culture, that maybe if they're up now per se, they got a little bit more to talk about to down the next brother. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's trying to make it. But in all actuality, we in the same middle class. You know what I'm saying?
Middle class poverty.
Whether you got a little bit more in middle class and I got a little less in middle class, we're still middle class.
No, we still poor. We just some poor rich niggas, man. It don't matter if you poor or you rich, you still a nigga, man.
Yeah, real talk.
And it don't matter if you poor, and you could be poor in your mentality and have a lot of money and still be a nigga.
Yeah.
You could be rich with a lot of money, you could be poor with no money and be rich with the mentals, but you still a nigga. It don't really matter. But
at the end of the day,
but my thing is,
like a nigga with money or a broke nigga. You
dig? You just a nigga.
Keyword nigga.
But my thing is, like, it just seems like now that even when I pull up on the homies or we whatever, like, it's always a comparison of how bad, man, I gotta pay these bills, man, I got to do this. Then the next nigga like, shit, nigga, that's light, nigga, I got 2 car payments, a house, or they're like, so what? All of this shit is self-inflicted. Like, everything that we have to do, we signed up for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a lot of people that like look down on getting government help and, oh, well, you're lucky you get this and you get food stamps. Well, I mean, I guess I am blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because I took the steps to do this, or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe,
I'm trying to get some food stamps now. Fuck you talking about? I want some food stamps. Anybody got some food stamps to sell? Hit me up. I need some food stamps.
ASAP, man. Holidays is here, boy. They everywhere. I can hook you up with a few people, though.
Yeah, I got a house full of kids, man. They eat. We got to keep the food stamps recycling. We got to keep the food stamps flowing through that bitch, man. They spending a lot of money on food is crazy. Like, that shit is crazy. So, and I think it's them kind of conversations that leads to compiling up poverty. Like, oh man, it's rough. Then you just start. Then you look up and it snowballs and it gets out of hand. And then now they've created a whole genre of music about depression. You know, so now you have a whole
Facts.
genre of music that's just speaking of how sad I am.
Facts.
You know, so I think that that's just a whole different vibe. So I think a lot of people should figure out where that comes from and try to deal with that. Like, we shouldn't be comparing poverty. We shouldn't be happy to be poor. We shouldn't be happy to have a little bit more than the next poor person, because we just still a payment away from losing whatever we got, miss a couple payments. I was listening to Les Brown. He said,
And another thing I was gonna say, my bad, not to cut
Go
you
ahead.
off. It's like and I was thinking about this. It's like there be them times where it be like people like us, like we known to help. We known to be the one to go to in the family type stuff. So it's like it makes me mad when because I've always been the person to help instead of kick them when they down. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've always been the one to always have somebody sleeping on my couch. Always buying them shoes when I buy them shoes. You know what I mean? Because I've always been a type. But it's the ungrateful ones. That
it's the ungrateful ones.
That just chaps my high. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, those are the ones where you be like, man, you the one that needs to be kicked down, because I'll give you all the opportunity in the world, and you just
But you know why that is, though?
don't do nothing with it. I see you
But you know why that
2
is,
years
though?
later, and you still in the same situation.
Because they're not supposed to do nothing with it. Like, there's a scripture. I don't want to just keep going back to the Bible and going back to different shit, but there's a scripture that my mom used to always lean on. And she used to always tell me the scripture, because I used to always be the one that'd be like, oh, little dude needs some shoes, I'll buy him some, or I'll help them do this, or I'll do this or that. And my mom said, you might be fucking up their blessings. And I used to be like, what you talking about? Like, I'm the blessing.
Right.
Shit. And she be like, nah, God is the blessing. And sometimes when you see people need stuff and you get in the way to bless them, you mess up their real blessing that was coming. Because now that you stepped in and they receive a blessing from man, they don't never get the true blessing that was meant to them from God, because they not even paying attention to it no more, because they got blessed by man. So sometimes we got to be real cognitive of where these blessings are coming from. Who blessed me? Was that a true blessing from God, or was that the devil giving me a detour? And when I say the devil, I don't mean a nigga with a pitchfork and horns. I just mean like negative energy. Was that just negative energy or a detourance of my positivity to get me off track? You know what I'm saying? Because you'll look up and you'll be way off track, but you've been doing everything you were supposed to do.
Facts.
You're like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, but I'm off track. Because that's what you're supposed to do. That's not what God intended for you to do.
Yeah. Yes.
You know? So,
I'm a big
but
fan
I forget
of
what that scripture is. I'm going to have to ask my mom. I always be saying that on here. I got to ask my mom. I need to have my mom as my co-host, and my mom can answer these questions, and she can throw out the scriptures. Because my mom knows the scripture where it says, like, if somebody needs a blessing and you bless them, you might be getting in the way of their real blessing. You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing wrong with blessing a person, but it's up to them to use their own discernment to be, is this blessing really, is this coming from man, or is this coming from God? And a lot of times, a lot of our blessings come from man. It ain't coming from God. My man on here says, America loves a story of overcoming adversity, and that's real. That's what it is. That's really all it is. So we get caught up in that story of the overcoming, the triumph.
Yeah.
You be cheering for him. You line to be crying at the end of the movie. You be like, nigga, toughen up, nigga. Nigga be at the end of the movie, nigga crying like, man, that movie was good. Like, yeah, nigga, toughen up, nigga. But yeah, so think about that, man. When the next time y'all sharing some negative energy and people feeling down and people spread negativity, like I was watching a thing today about I saw a trailer that came on TV about online on YouTube about Will Smith has a new movie coming out, and in the movie he's playing a slave. And I was like, damn, bro, like, do we got enough slave movies? So see, it's like it goes.
They pretty much got the picture of what we went through.
Yeah.
What else more can you history?
But I think
give
that
history about.
They keep giving us these movies like that so they can keep reminding us. It's
That's
for
exactly
us.
what it is.
It's mental trauma. Like, it's for us to keep us on that negative wavelength, to keep us thinking that, like
who do they go to? The highest paid black actors.
Yeah.
To keep us informed.
These niggas you gonna watch a nigga get whooped with a whip.
Because at the end of that, but
they want you to see that.
On their defense, yes. At the same time, it's giving history to our next generation that we haven't gave history to yet. Because everybody ain't good parents. Everybody don't know what happened.
I'm with you 100%.
Back then.
But
so
how many times?
Why not do it through the TV to at least inform our little? You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling you. I'm with you 100%. But
my kids,
it ain't no whole bunch. It ain't no whole bunch of movies about the Holocaust.
Yeah, there isn't.
It ain't no whole bunch of movies about the Spanish shit, the genocide over there. It ain't a whole bunch of movies about what happened in Africa to them people.
Yeah, you right about that.
They gonna keep reminding the American Negro that, nigga, you a slave. Nigga, you ain't shit. Like, that's their reminder for us.
Yeah.
And so now we just perpetuate it in our lifestyle. Like, now we just depressed. We walk around and we just depressed and we compare poverty.
Yeah.
So now we just, who can be the poorest and who can be the most depressed, hopefully he gonna sell the most records.
Right.
He was the poorest and he hated himself the most, so he sold the most records.
and as fucked up as it sounds, that's how it goes.
Yeah. And y'all think about that one for a minute, man. When y'all going over when y'all trying to overcome adversity. You know what I'm saying? But topic number 2 was about if God is the responsible for all the good stuff. This is topic number 3, huh?
Yeah.
Or 2 or 3. Yeah, this is topic number 2. Number 1 was why do we compare poverty. Topic number 1 was that. Topic number 2 is,
right.
You know what I'm saying? If it's God when good things happen, is it God when bad things happen? And that's a question I just want to ask y'all. That's a question like I wanted some feedback.
But I feel like on that note, it's natural to thank God on positive because he's, you know what I mean? In so many words, good and bad, the devil's bad. So when you automatically like, oh, when something bad happened, they be like, what do they say? Oh, the devil working overtime today. So they instantly don't. Who's gonna really say, oh, thank God for me getting into this car accident? You gonna probably say, oh, the devil working today. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion on that one.
But what if God did it?
People don't look at it like God tragedy. You know what I mean? They don't naturally. It's embedded in the American's head that God is good and that's it.
Yeah, this brother said, great question. I believe he's the creator of good and evil. Me too.
Facts.
But like that car accident might have been a deterrence from your death down the street.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that too because I say that all the time when I'm at my low. I say, you find something positive in it, and I'd say it like okay, say for instance, when I was a kid, when I went to prison, I didn't look at it when I was in prison like, oh man, why did I do this? I lost a scholarship, you know what I mean, and all that. But when when I was in there and I actually thought about it, I'm like, maybe this is a way that maybe I could have got my neck broke in football in college, nigga, and died from a head injury.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a detour from my death.
Right.
It might have been a bad detour, and I swear to God, I looked at it like that. So that's what made me think about it when you said that. Like, it might look like it's a bad situation, but it probably could have been blocked from a worse.
Yeah. And I think that's something that people need to pay real close attention to.
And you never know how God works.
Right. Or if he even working, he might not even be worried about your ass.
Yeah, real talk.
He might be busy with the people who fucking with him.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Like we don't really, we just call on God when we need something. We ain't really fucking with him when everything is going good.
Yeah, real talk.
When shit get all bad and we feel like the devil is working, that's when we call on God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I like to tell people all the time, like people be like, bro, if you need me, I got you. And I be like, why do I gotta need you for you to have me? If you already had me, I would never need you.
Say that shit twice.
If you already had me, I would never need you.
Yeah.
You know, but as people, we only want to help you when you need us. It's an endorphin. It's something in our brain. It's something in us to know that we helped. And we'd tell people, we'd tell everybody that day, like, man, I sure did help so-and-so. Man, I was over there helping my sister all day. I was helping. You want credit for helping.
Yeah.
But if you just helped and you said, hey, I was over there helping, so wouldn't nobody care because that's what you do. So it's more so for the gratitude. It's just like social media when somebody put a post on it to see how many likes. Or they go live to see how many people is tuned in on a live, or they wake up in the morning and check their phone to see how many text messages, or, ooh, I know that one post I posted before I went to sleep was on fire. That motherfucker should have about 200-300 likes by in the morning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, for what?
That's
Do you think?
That's how the world is programmed now.
Yeah. Do you think God intended on us to pay bills and check our social media? And you think God wanted us to sit around and be on a podcast? He was like,
During the last
yeah, God was like, man, I want some niggas to be at AZ mixtape sitting around talking about friends and redefining shit. Like,
Yeah.
This ain't God's. God didn't want this. This is what we want to do. These are voids that we see in life. These are choices that we make. These are things that we want to contribute. You know, these are things that we want to do. But do you think God wants you to go to that call center in the morning and go to work? Do you think God wants you to go to wherever you work? I don't care. I don't know where you work. You could work in a big building downtown. You think God wanted you to go there and go to work?
Hell no.
Or me to go to my barbershop and cut hair? You think that's what God wanted? God was like, yeah, this nigga
Last
gonna
thing
cut
God
hair.
wanted us to do was to clock into some white folks.
You feel me? Well, any folks, shit. At that,
For real.
any folks. You guys, you talk about self-sufficiency. The first rule of life is self-sufficient. Self-prosperity. Take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't take care of ourselves. If they shut the grocery store down, niggas is in trouble. You can't go get no water. Water, bro. Nigga can't go get no water, bro. Just water. People would be fucked up. How many people out there, how many of y'all drink water out the faucet?
And freeze it like it's
out the
okay.
kitchen faucet. Yeah, make y'all ice out of that. You feel me? Make y'all Kool-Aid with that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I still like to make my Kool-Aid from that. I'm not with all them using that fresh good water for that. No, man, make my Kool-Aid with the water out the sink. You can really go get the water hose. Ain't nothing like water out the water hose out here, boy. We got the best water hose water probably in America, bro.
Man, that brings back
When it be
water
so
days.
hot outside and that water be coming out that water hose,
Stop playing.
come on, man, that shit is amazing. Got that little rubber taste to it. It be.
Now you got a problem, sir.
Hey, yeah, we do, King. We do need farms. We need farms, bro. We need agriculture. We need a lot of things. There's this group of people on Instagram. Y'all might want to check them out. It's called like Black Camping, Camp Black something in Tuskegee. I'll put it in the comments when I get off. But it's a group of black little youngsters. They in northern Arizona, up by like in Apache County. and they going crazy. They building some dope shit. They got dope designs. They got tents that you can rent on Airbnb where they set your tent up for you and you can camp out. All these is the young black girls. You know what I'm saying? It's they dope. They got like they're developers, contractors. You know what I'm saying? They're dope. So I believe it's called Black Camp something like. But I'll put it in the thing. So like by the time like next week or something, this thing will be at a couple hundred plays or whatever, and then maybe some more people will see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like we do need to own more farms. We need more land. We need we need to be able to become self-sustaining, man. We need to be able to produce like Kanye said, man. Like if we can feed ourselves, then we don't have to worry about nobody shutting us down.
I definitely entice y'all, my people, to go purchase land. That is the best thing going since sliced bread.
Yeah,
purchase land.
They not gonna make no more of it. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think. So if God is doing the good stuff, is God also doing the bad stuff? You feel me? Let me know. Is God is there even really a such thing as the devil?
Now
and is all of this stuff
deep. That's why with religion, you know, it can get deeper.
We're not even gonna get into religion though. Let's just get into the fact of good and like good things happening and bad things happening. Because if we're giving God credit for all of the good things that's happening in our life, and we're giving somebody else credit for all of the bad things that's happening in our life, then what are we responsible for? So if we have this guy who we say is God, the Most High, the Almighty, and this guy is giving us all of these great things, if we don't do the right shit, then it's just not gonna work. So it probably ain't even nothing on the other side. Adversity, like no adversity to it. It's just us. We the adversity. We the devils.
Right.
We the little devils running around.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Niggas is some little devils running around, little badass. Take your little badass. Take your little badass home. Niggas is like, it's crazy that the thing that we looking outward to might be the thing that we are. It's crazy. Then we say that people sell their soul or this or that. Like, motherfuckers do.
Oh, that's absolutely. You know, that's on the Illuminati conversation. That's absolutely.
You know.
We know what happens.
So is that God on the good and the bad side of that too? Or is that the devil?
In my opinion, that's full devil. That's full devil.
That's full devil.
That's full devil. the homosexual activities.
Yeah.
And,
hey. Not on my live. You don't get my live kicked off. Don't talk about none of them people. We ain't worried about them people. No, none of them Transformers. No, we are not talking about the Transformers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, accountability, bro. Like, I think it's two words that I kind of like to stand by, bro. Like last week, our word was friends, and I think our word this week should be accountability. That's a good word, bro. Accountability and responsibility. I think those are two words that are like not really used the right way, but if used the right way, could change your life. I think the most important thing that we can do in this life is know what we're responsible for first. What are you responsible for? Like, are you responsible for your rent, your lights, your car payment, your kids, like, what are you responsible for? What do you take responsibility of?
The kids you put in this world.
Yeah, that's first. That's the first thing that I think
they didn't deserve to be here. They didn't ask to be here. That's your responsibility.
Then once you know what you're responsible for now, right? Now you have to take accountability for all of the things that you're responsible for. So now if I say that I'm responsible for that, I'm also accountable for my responsibilities.
Depending on what you're talking about, though.
I'm talking about it full throttle. Whatever I say I'm responsible for. If I'm responsible for this bottle, if I say this is mine, I'm responsible for this. This is mine. And then we get in the car and we drive off, and then bro say, "Hey man, let me use some of that hand sanitizer." And I say, "Oh man, I left it at the building." I wasn't accountable for something that I said that I was responsible for. I didn't hold up my part of the accountability. This is mine. If I say it's mine, it needs to be available whenever I need it. Whenever it's needed, it's mine. I'm responsible and I'm accountable for this. So anytime you need it, I'm going to have it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not, I could say, yeah, I'm responsible for it. It's mine. But don't expect me to have it all the time. I ain't finna be accountable for that whenever you need it.
Right, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we have to worry about the things that, like, just me, myself, with having so many kids. The first thing that I like to do is just teach my kids, like, what are you responsible for? You know, like, what in here is yours? What's yours? What in here belongs to you? What in this motherfucker belongs to you?
Yeah, but our kids, we're responsible for our kids, and we own our kids. But when they go out there and do some crime, that don't mean we got to do the time because we own them and we're responsible for them.
Yeah,
You
before
see what I'm saying?
before they turn a
So it
certain
depends
age,
on
you
the
do. My
situation.
mama had to go to jail for me ditching.
Well, yeah, but even if
Once
they're
they get
adults, they're still ours.
No. We're talking.
It don't matter age. Like,
no,
even
I'm not
if they
disputing.
over 18.
Yeah, I'm
you
not
feel me?
disputing
That's
that.
still
I'm
my
talking
baby.
about responsibility and accountability. I understand. I'm with you for life. That's my baby. But what I'm saying is, there's a time in your life when you make decisions and your parents is accountable for your decisions. If you ditch school and you truancy and you doing this and that, they can come take your mama to jail.
Take her straight to jail.
Cause she got to be accountable for that. She says she responsible.
Yeah, I do agree.
But
with
then
that,
once you get
for
to a
sure.
certain age, she don't got to be accountable for your decisions no more. You should be able to make your own decisions now.
But how is that a difference? But you're still hers.
No, because there's still an ethical accountability. Like you
that's an extra
still
word added to
you
it
you still have an accountability, but the overall accountability ain't yours no more. Like you say, once my kids, like my daughter in college, yeah, I'm still responsible and accountable for her. But the shit that she doing out there in North Carolina, I don't know. My daughter in New York, I don't know. You know, but when they need plane tickets to come home for the Christmas, I gotta have it. When it's time to get ski masks because it's snowing and whatever, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta have it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just be like, we ain't got it. You know, but there was a time when that was the life that was lived, like with me when I was there, and it was like, nigga, my daddy, like, it wasn't even no daddy to call.
Right.
It wasn't even nobody accountable. It wasn't even nobody responsible. It wasn't even nobody. Then it get to be overwhelming on my mama. Like, every time I need something, I gotta call her. Cause ain't nobody else accountable for me. Ain't nobody else responsible for me. Just her. So now she like, damn, every time I get a check, I gotta send this shit to this nigga. I gotta help him every time. That's where the animosity comes in at. That's where all these different feelings and all these different emotions come in at. Because if we just from the rip, just be accountable for all the things we're responsible for. My mom used to be on my ass about that. I'm one of them kids where I beg for something in the store. My mama buy it, I come home, it be on the floor.
Oh, get my ass beat. Oh, wait.
And so my mom she started taking that shit away.
Yeah.
And then it started being like, damn, I'm not getting that. And it's like, nah, because you don't care. You're not even being responsible for it. You just want it. For what? Because I just want it. And I think that that's the problem with so many people now today. We can just go get whatever we want. We can be whatever we want. If you want a podcast set up or all of this, you can go to Guitar Center and pay a certain amount of money and it come in a box.
Yeah.
The whole kit. And now I'm his competition. Now I'm South Arizona, SouthsidePhoenix.com.
Yeah.
Like, for what? No accountability, no responsibility. But if I tell him, hey, I'm gonna bring my show over here to your spot, and I'm gonna put my show on your spot, and I'm gonna be there every Tuesday, and I'm whatever. Now I gotta be responsible and accountable. Now I gotta be responsible to be on time. I gotta be responsible to be here to do my show. I gotta be accountable for whatever my show costs. But I don't have to be responsible or accountable if I just go do my own shit, and then I could just fall off, and 8 weeks can go by, and I ain't feel like doing it today because I don't have no accountability, nothing to be responsible for.
Got you.
So sometimes it's better to link up with each other so we can hold each other accountable
and motivate yourself as well.
Of course. But not only that, but just being with some younger blood. Like, you guys are younger than me. Like, y'all keep me going. Especially when y'all be talking that old shit. Oh, I got kids and I gotta I be like, man, you little niggas is tripping. I got more kids than everybody in here probably put together.
Of the Cardinals.
You feel me? Like, Jesse, what up, Jesse? Straight from Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm talking about, Jesse. I tell you too. Like, what? You niggas is complaining about something? Like, man, please. Like, for real, go get it.
Everybody got problems. Just because you got a couple more than me don't mean that.
That's why I said let's not compare it. Let's not compare them. We all got them.
Now, it's okay to talk about it and vent.
No, don't even vent.
Compare.
Don't even talk about it. Don't even vent. I don't want to hear it.
No, because sometimes it's okay to vent because
then
look,
tell me that. Say, hey.
I vented, but
no, then let me know. But check me out.
Say one day I'm venting because I'm stressed out.
Right.
I'm venting to you.
Right.
Me just venting to you, you as a friend,
right?
As fam, could have an out route to my stress. Like, well, look,
you misinterpret this, you misinterpreting what I'm saying. I'm with that. If you're going through something and you like, bro, I just need to holler at you. Let's rap. That's That's totally venting. Different. That's venting. Yeah, that's something totally different than us sitting around every day comparing poverty.
Got you.
If every day we sitting around venting, I don't want to kick it with him no more. Like, my nigga, you vent every day?
There's never no positives?
There's no positives. It's just every day you got to vent.
Let's talk about football. Like, why do you got to vent?
Man, let's skip rocks. Let's go throw some rocks. Let's see how many skips you could get on the water or something. God damn. Like, you know, like, come on, man. Like, I don't want to hear it, bro.
Why is it always a bad situation rolling off your lips?
But not only that,
count your blessings even in your worst times.
Facts. But to add to that, you don't know what the person is going through that you venting to.
Exactly.
So yeah, I might be strong enough to give you some insight. I might be strong enough to hear your venting and give you some insight, but deep down inside, I might be hurting too. So let's not discuss nothing.
Yeah, real talk.
And some of us is strong enough. Some of us is strong enough to be dying on the inside and still have insight to help others.
Yeah. People don't think about that.
And we just suck them people dry. And then when they die or something, they have a heart attack or they have a stroke or something happen, we be like, man, that's fucked up. You hear what happened to bro? Shh, man, bro was tight. He used to let me come use his studio. He used to let me. Used to. Now, I'm not trying to be no used to be ass nigga. I'm not trying to be no used to be ass nigga. I ain't used to nothing. I ain't used to be nothing. I ain't trying to used to nothing.
Yeah, real talk.
But that's what's gonna happen. That's what this lifestyle leads to, is being used to. And we don't want to end up being used to. We want to still be active. We want to still be relevant. We still want to be, and that's why I was talking about opening a school, and that's why we're in the process of opening a school. Shout out Jeffro Botanicals, one of the main investors and sponsors who helping me get a lot of things done. Shout out Arizona Mixtapes for giving me the platform to go crazy, talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Freeze TV for just, everybody holding the platform down and helping it grow and keeping it to do what it's supposed to do. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, We have to do it. If we don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. But you know, I like to keep it short and sweet, man. Y'all hour is up. I'll probably give y'all, let me give you about 4 more minutes. Since I started about 10 minutes late, I give you about 4 more minutes.
Shout out to Mr. Foster just for being a big brother to Arizona.
Oh man,
Let's go there.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out Arizona and everybody who fuck with it. My cousin Kiki just tapped in. What up, Kiki? How you doing, King? A lot of love.
Shout out to the real fathers out there that is handling business.
Man.
The easiest thing is to quit.
You know, hey. And what's crazy is I don't even blame them. I be wanting to quit too.
But you don't.
Yeah, that's
because
just
they don't deserve it.
Yeah, but that's called perseverance.
You know what I mean? I get up maybe 4 times a week and want to quit. Every
Man.
time I see my house is towed up before I wake up, before cereal is over, I want to quit.
Yeah.
I want to sell these motherfucking babies.
Anybody want to buy some kids?
But I don't. It don't matter what you think. It's your action.
I sell some of my kids right now. Anybody want to buy some? Actions. I got some for say pretty too. I got some pretty little girls, some handsome little boys. I got some.
No, you sound like a sex trafficker now.
Hey, I'm not trafficking my kids for sex. I'm just trying to get them away from me. Good home. It's like
that's what it sounds like.
Hey, you know how when
little
people
boys, I got pretty girls.
You know how when people when people be selling dogs and they be like, I want them to go to a good home.
Yeah.
I got some good kids for you. As long as you got a good home. You know, I gotta make sure you got a good home, though. You know,
positive, God-fearing people.
Man, hey, this is stupid. This was a good show, though. Shout out AJ. I don't know if AJ even gonna be on the show. She's still my friend. I love her to death, but she got so many commitments and so many things to do. She be trying to fit me in. She hit me today like, bro, I gotta do this, and I still gotta stop by the store, and she want to get her makeup done, get her hair done, have a whole wardrobe. I told her this ain't that. We just chopping. So maybe she'll be here next week. If not, I need a female host. Anybody know a female host? Plug me in. I need a female co-host. I want to bounce some of this energy off a female, and I want to have these discussions with a female, and we want to bring different artists and different people in every week to just give you a different perspective. Shout out JD the Boss Hog for coming in this week and tapping in with us and just
business.
Chopping in, just giving y'all a different perspective. If you're trying to get a haircut, if you're trying to get your hair braided, if you're trying to learn how to braid, y'all make sure y'all tap in and hit up my nigga JD, bro. If you need verses, hooks, whatever he's writing, he's active, he in the studio, it's going down. And y'all know who JD is, the Boss Hog, Boss
Find me
Business.
on Facebook, you know what I mean? JD space DA space BOSS. Instagram, boss_BIDNES4. Snapchat, JD the Boss, you know. Tap in with me, man. You know, we really doing big things and we moving around, man. Mr. Foster, man, I look at you as a highly big influence in my life. So, you know, I had to be here as soon as my niggas said this show was popping. So I tapped in and never tapping out. You know what I mean?
Man, I thank you for coming in, man. He one of the artists that's just like a brother, like a younger brother that I've been knowing him most of his life. And when I first opened my studio at the compound, he's one of the first people to come in there and lay down. He probably lost a couple albums on the computers when the shit crashed.
I did.
Like he's one of the main foundation of all this shit that I got going on. So I thank you too for just, you know, always rocking with me and supporting the push, whether it be buying studio time, whether it be buying beats. You've supported me a lot. So I thank you as well, King.
100.
Kid, shout out Kid and the whole AZ mixtape
Squad.
Kid, man.
Tap in, man. The show's gonna be epic. December 30th, AZMT mixtape.
Tell the people about the show coming up on the 30th before we get out here, man.
Man, it's popping. ArizonaMixtapes.com, man. This is the 7th time we doing this show, man. 7th annual AZMT Music Awards going down December 30th, Club Silverado. About to be there, man. Man, just the biggest thing going on that night, man. We honoring Freeze, man. We giving this man
appreciate
his
that, too.
flowers that he deserves. We giving this man the Arizona Hip Hop Pioneer Award, and don't nobody else got that award. Can't nobody else get that award. It's not an award you vote for. That's each year we pick somebody and dedicate the whole award show to that person. So, man, like
There's
my
some
nigga
other
JD was
excellent
saying,
candidates for it.
shout out
but-
to you, man, for just paving the way. You know what I mean? I ain't even know about everything that you did, but it just, you know what I mean, from hearing it and talking to all the OGs, it's like, hey, we doing the exact same thing. Even when I'm chopping up with you, you like, it's like me talking to myself in the mirror. So, you know what I mean? That gives me something, you know what I mean, to look forward to. Like, all right, this ain't the end of it, man. Pretty soon I'm gonna have some dispensaries. I'm gonna be opening some schools. I'm gonna own a compound. So salute to Freeze, man. December 30th. If you fuck with Freeze, y'all
Man,
come
I
out.
appreciate it. I
Support.
appreciate it. Much love, King. Man, we about to get into a couple videos and then we out. But y'all remember though, I always tell y'all before I go that today will soon be two things. Today will soon be tomorrow, and today will soon be yesterday. So don't get to tomorrow still talking about what you should have did yesterday. Just focus on today and handle today. Make today count, bruh. I tried to this morning. I woke up early. I made everything count today that I needed to make count. It's a couple more things that I want to do before I go to sleep tonight. But start making you a checklist every day and do those things. And just stick to those things. Don't add no more to it. Don't whatever. Just put like maybe 3-4 things on a checklist and do them 4 things. And that's it. Focus on today. Make today strong. And tomorrow gonna be even smoother. It's your boy. Your mans, all of that. You know what it is. Shout out JD. Shout out AZ Mixtapes. Shout out everybody for tapping in, man. ArizonaMixtapes.com to listen to it. YouTube.com/Arizona Mixtapes to watch it. And I'm out. Peace.
Fat ass, smack that shit up. Tell the bitch nigga pack that shit up. Rápido. Get your money right, stack that shit up. Rápido. She got a fat ass, smack that shit up. Tell a bitch nigga pack that shit up. Hey, get your money right, stack that shit up. Talk shit, make sure you back that shit up. Hey, tell a bitch talk shit, swallow spit. All these lames, I can't get them off my dick. Hey, I'm getting money in me and my whole clique. Put it on a plane, I ain't playing on a ship. Hey, we some sharks in that water on the deep end. I'm only fucking with your bitch for the weekend. And left her with some real niggas, what you thinking? And if that pussy hella water, I'ma sink. I'ma shoot it out, bow, I ain't blinking. My niggas vacuum sealing packs, watch it shrinking. And every time I step out, bitches winking. No broke smoke, yeah, they heard that I'm the kingpin. They thinking that it's coke, and they know that it's that smoke. And I just started from a seed, and then I grow it into dope. And I ain't saying I'm a god, but when it's weed, then I'm the pope. Let me clear my throat, dope smoke. She got a fat ass, smack that shit up. Tell a bitch nigga pack that shit up. Hey, get your money right, stack that shit up. Talk shit, make sure you back that shit up. Hey, she got a fat ass, smack that shit up. Tell a bitch nigga pack that shit up. Hey, get your money right, stack that shit up. Talk shit, make sure you back that shit up. Hey, when I was locked up, wasn't there when I needed. Now that I'm ballin', let everybody see it. Tryna get their hands on my chips in Velveeta. Looking at the judge, you wasn't there when I pleaded. I took some trips myself on that road, so low, 100 packs and I drove slow. When I make it back, none of them bags is low. I'm 10 toes, don't even ask, it's no go. Vacation on a nigga when I trip. Made a movie at the club with my clips. Met a whole lot of plugs, lot of wrists. On this road to the top, lot of dips. Nigga seen in the whip, I got weed in the whip. Nigga looking at me like I ain't seen him and shit. Get the trippin' paranoid, I get the squeezing and shit. Get a dirt nap, rob me, nigga dreaming and shit. Ay, she got a fat ass, smack that shit up. Tell a bitch nigga pack that shit up. Ay, get your money right, stack that shit up. Talk shit, make sure you back that shit up. Ay, she got a fat ass, smack that shit up. Tell a bitch nigga pack that shit up. Ay, get your money right, stack that shit up. Talk shit, make sure you back that shit up. Ay.
Hollywood Go.
It's Bookie in this bitch, I gotta separate. I'm true to my religion on the west, we gotta regulate. Burning up this bitch without a match, call them deflaming. Dumping on these niggas like the baby when I see face. Richie with a grabber, I'ma pearl it like a rasta as I'm thugging through the section, adding chicken to my pasta. Oh, she wanna hustle, I'ma boast to your mama. Tell me when I eat it, Merc it, leave that juice up on my collar. Another homicide, I know they tryna make a mortar. I got hella different blades for these clippers like a barber. I stood up on that block up in the south, lungs coughing. In front of granny shit just like a pit, I'm straight dodging.
Hey, the game rough on the west end. Gotta keep it Nina, man, I treat her like my best friend. P, I pray to God and put this water on my left hand. Independent looking like I did a deal with Def Jam. Jumping over niggas like checkers, playing chess though. Checking niggas hating cause the pockets on gecko. Muddy in the ghetto, stomping through these trenches hard cold like Fresno. On a bitch head like a halo. Jump over the border, popping Spanish by my pesos. Hoes love amigo, man, they treat me like I'm Quavo. I can't let a day go, they moving how I say so. We gon' run it up, don't give a fuck about what they on.
I just go to work, don't be looking for problems, but they find me like some perks. Nigga, this like a Bible when you ask me for a verse. I say your name on the song, they put your name on the shirt. They like to blame it on God when I snatch them from the earth, yeah. The God flow, all I see is Diablo. Red, this from the cosmos. I bend you like a rainbow, giving out no fly zone. Tribe zone, bamboo sticks spit when they fly drones. That money make me happy. I'm Phoenix Pappy, everywhere like I'm Raffy. Chris Rock like Willie Smack me. I give a fuck about you. I slap the motherfucking chakras out you. I'm from the generation when niggas get smoked. We smoke blunts and we don't talk about you. We don't diss the dead, that's misled. Yeah. Had to do it for young Boop though. I'm Broadway certified deuce folk.
Yeah, I'm like both mics. That means I'm in the classification of goat like. There's not a nigga from the west like me. In them black cement threes and a fresh white tee. In that candy apple rag, triple spoke gold D's. Track 5 off the chronic, puffin' on so leaf. I'm on a mission for that Billy. Can't let a day pass. Diamond dancing off the chain, looking like stained glass. Louis belt, double button with the bank bag. 100K stuffed in his pockets like Space Jam. Richie a real one, 5-line brethren. Maryvale zone, I'm a west side legend.
Woke up quick at about noon. Grab my broom before I kick this little bitch up out the room. Hit the zoom, I ain't sliding in no 6-4. Nigga, this a track hook on yak walking up out the window. Nigga, the wolves coming out in Phoenix where they pull guns and them checker flannels like pool bunny. Hit the side, fuck with Willie and Judge. Call up Young Boogie like we gon' get a city of buzz. Got a west side bitch with the thick swollen. Little titties in a swirl, baby hairs on a slick pony. Bet you she gon' make it happen for the big homie. A round trip to Tucson for the bricks only. It's lit, whoa, it don't matter the course. The savage adore, whatever, I'ma back it with force. On my motherfucking mama, I ain't jacking the law. She had her sons fumbled the bag, but I carried the torch.
Oh, y'all done fucked up. Y'all done got me back in beast mode. Big dog status, sticking to it like a G code. Reload. Cock back, light some shit up. It's grind mode, nigga, we ain't playing, you get hit up. It's dangerous, and I vouch for it. It's gonna take more than hooks in them verses to outdo it. The mission is to profit $1 billion, we back to it. Reintroduce myself to the world, so react to it. A juggernaut, bogey in the house. Now let me get it back. Flip the track, yeah, smack, I attack, and that's the end of that. Tell your friends to tell they friends that we lit a match. Prime time, more than just a record, it's a Cinemax Diesel.
Exclusive content.
My nigga Nelson, of course. Ooh-wee. Oh, she bad, all that ass, she get cash, Chris tiptoe, stun no hoes, she's so hot about her neck, no bros. Oh, she bad, all that ass, she get cash, Chris tiptoe, stun no hoes, she's so hot about her neck, no bros. Lil' mama bad when she walk off in the club. She ain't have to park, she violate her whip on dubs. And even with her long nails, she can roll a blunt. Overtime up on the check, she wanna have some fun. She just looking for a trap nigga with them funds. Drink off in his veins, we smoke in his lungs. Yeah, I see you with that dress on looking right. Take you out of town, baby, I can change your life. But I'm married to the game, yeah, Snow White. VIP popping bottles, girl, the whole night. When we leave the club, she leave the car with her friends. After tonight, she be calling pretty face got them staring. She ain't gotta get nervous when the lights blaring. She just check her makeup and what the fuck she wearing. Every week in her crew at a different club. Every week in my crew we selling different drugs. The mama turned up twerking, she don't get tired. So I fuck her to that Kevin Gates till she tired. She wake up and go to church and then she pay her tithes. She too classy, she don't even gotta wait in line. We don't go together, but tonight that pussy mine. Long hair, tattoos going down the spine. She don't drink hard liquor, she just sip wine. She don't worry about the bill, good credit lines. She just showing off, damn, she a different kind. I want it bad, Gucci bag.